Greetings, everyone.
Yes, sir.
I am DoRRR.
And I'm Khris. And today we back with another episode. What's today's date? The 26th?
25th.
25th?
25.
I'm sorry. March 25th, 2026. We are back with another episode, man. And today's episode is going to be an interesting one. I can't wait to get into it. It's something that's been on my mind for the last couple of days, man. And again, I'm just excited to share it with you guys. And yeah, man, it's gonna get deep. It's definitely gonna get deep. But DoRRR, you got anything to say before we get into it, or you just want to get into it, man?
Yeah, I really want to get into it. We had a little precursor, and look, listen, everything my man about to talk about.
Yes, sir.
A lot of my people who know me know I'm a little. Hey, so he about to break it down for y'all. But yes, cool. Let's get right into it,
man. So to get right into it, basically the title of this podcast is basically your mind is creating your reality, but you just don't see it. And I'm gonna say it again: your mind is creating your reality, you just don't see it. And for the people that don't really know what that means is, so basically, you can have two people living in the same world, but have two completely different experiences or realities, you know? Like, what if your life isn't happening to you, but through you? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that we have to take a deep dive and really understand, because the mind is very, very powerful. What we see, what we hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things stick with you. So this is where like the energy part come in. And as you guys know, you understand that Dr. Gadana, she works with energy healing, you know, from God. That's her gift. You know what I mean? Her job is to clean negative energy. You know what I mean? And we talk over and over about how we live in an energy world. You know what I mean? Not just a physical world. A lot of people think this world is just physical. It is, but it's not necessarily the main source. The energy is the source. That's how we move. You know, we're vibrant. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand like what is really happening. So I'm gonna touch base on a few things, right? What is mind versus reality? Reality is something that's happening externally. Mind is how you interpret it, right? You don't experience life, you experience your interpretation of life. You know what I mean? So if you lose a job, one person may see it as failure, another person may see it as a new start. You know what I'm saying? Pressure. Some may fold, some may level up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're starting to understand like the differences. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, two people. You have two people in the world. They're gonna have two different lives because of the mind. The mind is just not the same. You know what I'm saying? So one person could be going through, like you, for example, a lot of us has been through a lot of things, experienced some type of trauma. You know what I mean? And with that trauma, it either built us to become better and stronger for some people, and then the trauma for some other people, it may hold them and weigh them down, you know, and stop them from growing because they can't move on because it's still there. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, whatever you think is what's going to happen. So if you know that you want to grow, if you know you want to make more money, you're going to start doing those things that brings in more money. And it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you're controlling it. You're allowing your mind to be there, set on that goal, whatever it is. But for a person that still says, "Oh yeah, I want to get some money. I want to get some more money," but still have the trauma in the back of his head and not more so clear from it, not more so moved on from it. You know what I mean? That is going to interrupt him from getting to more money, more growth. You know what I'm saying? These things are going to happen. So the mind is very, very, very powerful, man. Very, very powerful, man. And the things that we see, man, like I said, I believe that it's truly, truly slowing us down from a lot of things. Like, even we talked about church and how some churches can be energy harvest places. You know what I'm saying? Where they suck your energy. A lot of people, they go to church, man, and a lot of people tired after church. You know what I'm saying? Tired like they didn't do the whole shift. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of jumping around that's happening in church. It could be a lot of, whatever happening in church. But at the end of the day, it's taking your energy. You feel what I'm saying? And what we got to understand is, because we talk about the Bible too, the Bible also do say that the body is a temple. So what you got to understand with that is, you are the church. You are the temple. Your body is the temple. It doesn't mean that you have to go somewhere and go here every Sunday and give all your energy, give all your money, you know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? To these places. Because again, it's an energy harvest place. You know what I'm saying? They're harvesting your energy at the end of the day. It's a touchy subject. I get it. But at the same time, we got to understand what's really happening with your energy, man. Because it's just like anything, right? You could put a song on. What's going to happen? You're going to nod your head. You're going to stomp your feet. You're going to feel it. So when you go to church, yes, you feel something. Anybody saying that you don't feel anything, or what you're feeling is not fake, but it's cutting you off from the main source. You know what I'm saying? The music, the songs. It's cutting you off from the main source, which is being in tune with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things are distractions. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start, again, let's get back into the topic, understanding what is reality and what is not. You know what I'm saying? What is real is you have the power to feel who can drain your energy and who can't. You ever been around somebody where you're around this person and you feel like they just drain your energy? Like, you just don't got time. Like, you already, like, even when you know you about to go see this person, you just know that you mentally got to get yourself together.
I'm cooked.
Yes, to prepare for this person. This is your body all sending you signals, because that is bad energy over there. Whatever that is that got me feeling this way before I see this person, this is all bad energy. You feel what I'm saying? Your body's already telling you it don't want to be around this person. There's something going on to where it's making you feel this way. You feel what I'm saying? I got to talk about this, because when we talk about energy, everybody thinks it's weird, but it's not. It's the truth. So knowing that you about to go see somebody that get on your nerves, or they like to argue all the time, you know what I'm saying? Or they always sit talking about this and talk about that, and it destroys your energy. Your body is letting you know what's going on over there. And sometimes we still ignore it and put ourselves around people who drain us. You know what I'm saying? So now you can't even think straight. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm talking about. Listening to your body, being in tune with your body, being in tune with God. Because when you're in tune with all these things, you want to know, all right, I can't go here. I can't hang out with this person. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this with these people, because my energy, you know what I mean? Like, you got to protect your energy. And we pick and choose when we want to use this energy word, because a lot of y'all share stuff on social media, how I got to protect my energy, good vibes only, all this stuff that people say. We pick and choose when we want to use the word energy, but when we face something real, like divine global healing, you running away. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're scared. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not something that you're used to. And that's what I'm saying. We allow all these other places and things to take our energy to the point where we don't even recognize what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? You can't recognize what divine global healing is, because your energy has been gone or taken by something else that didn't even deserve your energy in the first place. So what am I talking about? It can be your church. It can be your church. It can be your church that you are faithful to on a regular basis, to where you giving your all to this church. You're giving everything, you feel what I'm saying, to this church. And it taking all your energy to the point where you can't even think for yourself to determine what's real and what's fake. I've been there. I've been in church. I grew up in church. I'm not against church, because I still go to church. I'm not sitting here saying don't ever go to church. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying to you is, church is not the main source to God. Let's just throw that out there. It's not the main source to God. You got to understand, you are the temple. This is all mental.
It come from within.
It come from within, like you said. It all comes in within. You feel what I'm saying? God is already in you. That's the first thing we have to understand too. God is already in us. But if we allow him to stay, if we allow him to be here and make a home in our soul, you feel what I'm saying? These decisions that we make is just gonna come clearer to us, man. We're not gonna be questioning what's real, because God can tell you off the bat what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? He can tell you, oh yeah, no. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Our church homes, our people that we know, our friends, our family have put things in our head to where it's like we have to question things. We have to confirm things. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. My friends, my family, they not doing this. So yeah, like you can't even make a decision for yourself. You know what I mean? So this stuff is real. This stuff is really, really real, man. In the mind, I think the mind is real life, man. Like everything we see out here is just like I said, it's external. It's just everything outside is just external. You know what I'm saying? But everything that's happening in our head, this is for real. Because we control what's actually going to happen. I can't blame Dorian, I can't blame Gordana for anything that happens in Chris's life. Anything that happens in my life is what I allowed to happen based off my decisions. You know what I'm saying? Based off things that I've seen. But I do know this. When it comes to God, you have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded, man. Because every day I realize how special God is. You know what I mean? I understand how special God is. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not just going to church and just praising. It's not just reading your Bible. It's what you do. It's what you do. It's one thing to pray, but it's what you do. It's the actions that go on, that go, with it. You know what I mean? Everything that we do. So it's more than just church, man. It's more than just reading. You know what I mean? Like it's your action, because God knows what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So understand that this world is very, very spiritual, man, and there's real demons walking around here, waiting to suck your energy, waiting to take your energy. You know what I mean? Even again, we talk about the shots and stuff like that, getting these vaccines and stuff. We have no clue what they put in us. These things, whatever that's in us, these vaccines, they are there to take away our energy. You know what I'm saying? They like to throw this word clone around. We see celebrities clone. They're not the only ones cloning. They're not the only ones cloning. And when we see some of these celebrities, I know, at least for me, when I see like a Jamie Foxx or Jim Carrey recently, and they talking about how they soul swap. You know what I'm saying? How they take one soul from another person and put it inside this person. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all not understanding how deep this stuff goes. You know what I'm saying? This is why energy healing is a real thing, because you have things like that going on, soul swapping and being around all these different spirits and stuff like that. All this stuff carries with you, man. So that's why in churches we have to be careful of who's laying hands on us. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what they could be putting over you. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand. It might sound good, it might feel good, whatever the case may be, but you don't have a clue of what is being prayed over you. You know what I'm saying? Or who's touching you. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have a clue. And again, like I said, I've lived that lifestyle of being a church boy and being invested in the church. And I've seen a lot of things with church. Again, I'm not saying that I'm never going to go, because that will be a lie. Like, I'm going to go to the church, you know what I'm saying? But I understand. And I thank God that I had the mind to understand what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people in church, they understand what's happening, but they ignore it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still devoted to your religion. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be devoted to God, not the religion. The religion is man-made.
Facts.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. The religion is man-made. You feel what I'm saying? So we're supposed to be devoted to God. And when you're not devoted to your religion because you feel like God is behind it, that's what makes this whole thing a big deal. But forget God being behind anything, because God is not behind anything. God is the front before anything. God is before anything. So behind religion, I don't want to hear that. God is before religion. He's before anything. It's God over everything. You feel what I'm saying? So look at it that way. I don't want to hear God is behind Christianity. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that God is before Christianity. Put God first and understand what's going to happen next. But we get tied into these religions. We get tied into all this stuff that becomes distractions, titles, positions, and stuff in churches like that. And we get caught up in these things, thinking that we're doing the right thing, but you're not. The next thing you know, you're walking with all these spirits, all these different spirits on you. You know what I'm saying? All this different trauma on you because you need to be clean. This energy cleanness is a real thing. What Dr. Gadana do is a real thing. This is not for play. This is a gift. And honestly, everybody should be here. Everybody should be waiting to get an appointment, waiting to get a session, because there's so much dirt walking around, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we're seeing on TikTok and with these celebrities is not a game. Why do you think they're showing it to you? Y'all seen the movie Get Out? That's not by coincidence what's happening. You feel what I'm saying? Rewatch the movie. Because I'm sure it went over a lot of heads. It went over minds.
Subliminals.
Well, what's your take on that movie, by the way? What is your take on that?
We gonna say a lot for the next episode, but that movie, not only that movie, I can go into The Matrix. I can go into 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I mean 2012.
For sure.
It's a lot of movies. Yeah, a lot of movies I've been telling a lot of people about. Like they've been trying to tell us. Yep. They've been telling us at face value, and like I'm not gonna say a lot of people are like sheep, but the more and more you distance yourself away from, you know what I mean, like God. Because the change comes from within, like I said, like you gotta learn when something is your body, like you said, your body tell you, like whether it be a decision that you're about to make, somewhere you're about to go, a female you about to like hunch on, whatever the case may be, like your body and your mind tell you firsthand, like yo, I don't know, like you know, but we are taught to like ignore that, right. You know what I mean? Because we're supposed to be like big and bad and all that. Like you gotta listen to yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But going back to the movie, hey, Get Out. Whoo! Not only for the minority community, but just for human beings in general. That movie, it speaks a lot about how we are enslaved to ourselves. We are all enslaved to ourselves. We're enslaved to our desires and all that. And it's not wrong to a certain extent, but if you try to reach that upper echelon plateau as far as to like understanding life and what life really means and your purpose in life and what you're supposed to be doing, somehow a lot of us are trapped and enslaved by our distractions and our desires. And a lot of us, like when we realize it, like it might be a crazy relationship. You just had a crazy relationship with your partner. And after you get out of it, you reflect and realize like, how did I even let that? Why did I even? But then it's like, as long as you focus on the message and the lesson that you learn from that, that's all that matters. And you continue to move forward, not backwards or remain stagnant.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm excited because like people that know me, like it's a few people, of my friends in the chat right now. Shout out to Manny. You know what I mean? Like we've all people know I done had conversations like this. I done been talking about spiritual warfare, biological warfare, like New World Order. Like I can go on and on and on and on. Like the more and more the government deprives and get people to get away from realizing the truth within themselves, especially with connecting with the upper source, God, they're going to be able to manipulate and control everybody. If everybody pay attention to what's going on in the world right now, you could just see for yourself. And on top of that, we can go back to COVID. Like, first off, what I want to touch on, if we as human beings have been dealing with cancer and AIDS for a lot of decades, right? and they have yet to find a cure or aid, or rather, you have to be in a certain class of wealth to actually have access to it, right? How come when COVID came out, within 6 months to a year, they had a whole drug that's supposed to fight COVID, and then the next year a new strain came out. Now it went from 6 months to a year to like 3 to 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mind you, when the FDA passes drugs, like, they gotta go through a series of tests, a 5-year span worth of tests,
yep.
from animals to humans.
Yep.
So how with COVID, it just
yep.
and a lot of people don't even be digging. It don't make no sense. It never made sense to me. But a lot of people just they following the flock until it's too late.
That's the problem. Like, you're right. They following the flock, and like I said, everybody keep thinking like. I mean, I'm glad you just did that whole zombie thing, because everybody think a zombie is going to look like, what a zombie look like, the monsters.
Right.
No, you the zombie.
Thank you.
You are the zombie.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all in your head, because you'll be waiting your whole life to think that you're going to see a zombie like that, but no, they showing you yourself. You know what I'm saying? That is just to scare you. That is just to mess with you mentally.
Distraction.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But how they got you to be this zombie is you're controlled by everything that they put it out. The news have to be there. The only reason why the news is here is not just to tell you the weather, but it's to give you all these reports and make you consume all of it, mess up your mind. Now you're just thinking about this, you're thinking about that, you're thinking about this. Like, when people ask me about stuff that's happening in the world, honest to God, I don't even be knowing, because it's really not that important. It's really not to me, at least. It's just not that important. What's important is what's in front of you, the things that I have to do. Me becoming better, you know what I'm saying? Me becoming healthier, you know what I mean? Me being more in tune with God, because it's a challenge being here on this earth with all these different distractions. Like, it's a challenge, staying on the right path and being in tune with God, because being in tune with God is not easy.
It's not.
It takes discipline. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not really in tune with everything that's happening politically and stuff like that, because again, this is all to just mess up your mind and control your mind, because when you watch it, you're going to start doing the things they tell you to do. Just like they told you when COVID came out that you needed that shot to prevent from dying and this and this and that and getting sick.
And you got to work. If you want to work, you got to get this shot and all that. Like,
you folded. You folded.
A lot of people did.
You folded. That's just it. You know what I mean? Even when they talk about the mark of the beast, you think it's going to be some beast that's going to mark you up and tell you that that's never going to happen. That is never going to happen. In fact, it probably could have happened with the COVID shot and everything like that. It probably could have happened. That could have been it. Who knows? All I'm trying to say is whatever they sell you to do, whatever they tell you to do, people are doing it. And that's where it becomes the problem. That's where you become a clone, because now this was all an experiment. The whole COVID thing was an experiment. People don't even understand that. This was all an experiment to see how many people we can get to do this, and they got numbers of people to do this. But for the ones that's still alive after taking all these vaccines, that is God showing you how powerful the body is, because your body fought through all of that stuff we put in. And honestly, we get shot up with God knows what. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. It could be HIV, for all I know. It could be HIV. It could be chlamydia. It could be poop. It could be whatever. Like, you just get shot up with all this stuff.
Talk about it.
And that's what I'm saying. Your body, and for some people, the body's so used to it, you feel like you need it. Just like McDonald's. They tell us what's in the food, what they putting in it. The owner of McDonald's, CEO of McDonald's, they had him do a video of the Big Arch Burger. He barely touched it. He barely wanted to eat it himself, because he knows this burger is an experiment. It's not a real burger. It's an experiment. So if he didn't really want to eat it, what is that telling you? This is all money. Everything is just money. You are the experiment. You control what you want your life to be. I keep saying it. So if you focus on struggling, like you just like in a struggling, you got a struggling mindset. Oh, I just keep struggling. I can't pay my bills. This and that. Like, that's what your life's going to be, because you have no positivity in it. You're not pushing it. You're not pushing it, right? So your mind just going to stay there. It's gonna stay there in the struggling mindset because some people really don't want to be free. You think your life is what it is, and it just can't grow. That's what you think, and that's exactly what you want to get because your mind is weak. That's when a clone coming in. You're not understanding. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not just Jamie Foxx. It's not just Jim Carrey. It's not just Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? These people that we see, that's so-called clone. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they get us to participate with what they got going on. Because they do a lot of rituals. And it's important that they get the world to follow behind it and do what they do. That's why they promote all these different commercials and political stuff, because they want us involved with it. Because imagine, if none of this stuff was here, the news wasn't here, what do you think we'd be doing? We'd be in our right minds thinking about stuff that actually matters. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? But if we caught up in other people's lives who don't pay our bills, who don't feed us, who don't care about our families, you know what I'm saying? We're not thinking about ourselves. So get your mind off the things that don't matter. Get your mind on the things that do matter, which is you. You got to start with you first. Before you can help anybody, you got to help yourself first. Understand what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what today's podcast is about. Also want to share one more thing with you guys, man, to close things up, man. Because the world doesn't change first. It's you. When your mind shifts, your reality follows. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. We got to shift the mind. So what's real can actually start happening. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a shame we got to dive into it like this because it's like, it's really a breakdown thing. You feel what I'm saying? I promise you, if you put your mind on whatever you think that you want or want to do better for yourself and just put it there, put your mind on that. Forget everything else. Watch it happen. Just watch it happen. Manifestation. All that stuff is real, man.
It's real.
Being in tune with the earth and everything. All that stuff is real, man. All this stuff is real. They just don't want you to know. You feel what I'm saying? Blood flow. All this stuff. A cayenne shot a day to get your blood flowing like never before. These are things that they don't want you to know. That's simple stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like, again, man, we wasn't designed to need doctors. We wasn't designed to need all the stuff that's pretty much out here. We wasn't designed to need that stuff. But again, I'm guilty of it too. They cloned all of us, if you want to be honest. They designed us to think that we need all this stuff. But again, I'm getting older. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here with Dr. Gadana. This is why I'm rocking out with Dr. Gadana. Because I'm starting to understand that none of this stuff means nothing. None of this material stuff means nothing. The cars, everything, the money, all this stuff, none of this stuff means nothing. It's just stuff that you need to get around. You feel what I'm saying? In today's world, these are things that you need to get around, but without you, none of this happens. You feel what I'm saying? If your engine ain't right, if your body ain't right, none of this happens, man. If your mental ain't right, none of this stuff happens, man. But the main part is we are going to spend eternal life somewhere when it's all said and done. That's the main thing. And through our choices is where we're going to go. So,
wait, hold on.
I ain't closing out.
No, it's not even closing out. But this is how you know. This is how you know we on to something valid. Yo, the TikTok just got flagged. Quote unquote misinformation. It's been restricted. I mean, I guess we still alive. I'm not sure, but it's got all these red flags. I don't know. Somebody came in, didn't like what we were saying, but again, this just goes to show and prove.
Start, man.
Yeah, this is going to prove. Like when you talking some real, like you know what I mean. It doesn't resonate with a lot of people, and a lot of people who are like internally messed up or who just play for the other side. They're gonna do any and everything they need to do to make sure that this information doesn't get out there. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy to me, even though it's expected. Yeah. But this is the first time in a long time since we ever even started where somebody flagged the live. It's crazy. I mean, I must have ruffled somebody's feathers or something. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, man, you can flag it, man. At the
Yo,
end of the day, you can flag it. You can do whatever you want. You can't stop God from doing what He's doing. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? You can't stop God from doing what He's doing because it's going to happen regardless. And like I said to someone, I'm not afraid of anybody or anything. Only thing I fear is God, man. That's it. I'm not afraid of anything. And I never thought I'd be sitting here talking about the true meaning of life and what life is. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that this energy stuff is for real. I understand that we do live in a spiritual world. I do understand that. And if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to say. Like I said, a lot of people be having one foot in and one foot out. Like I said, you could say good vibes only. I'm protecting my energy this year for 2026. I'll be seeing all the different posts. That just means you know energy is real. Like I said, I brought up an example already. If you know that you about to link up with somebody that drains your energy, that gets on your nerves, you got to prepare yourself because you know you about to argue with this person. It could be your husband. It could be anybody. If somebody's truly draining energy from you, that's your body telling you something is off over here. We have to cut that source off because I can't think. And that's the thing. When somebody drains your energy, you can't think. You can't make the right decisions. You find yourself in a relationship longer than what you need to be there because you can't think. You can't even think to get out of the relationship because you don't know where to go. You don't have the mindset to figure out where to go next. You don't have the mindset to how to fix your relationship because you're so drained. Your body is drained. This one person destroyed you. That's sick. Mm-hmm. And you allowed that person to do that. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So the energy stuff is for real. You're always tired. Why? This person makes me tired. My relationship is making me tired. My family toxic. They making me tired. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever it is. My job, whatever it is, if it's making you feel drained, if it's making you feel like you don't have enough, get out of there. Get out of there. Find yourself. Find yourself. Understand that what's happening right now is only in the mind. But if you want a solution to it, put it in your mind to get out. Put it in your mind to get help. Put it in your mind to do better. Put it in your mind to grow. And watch it start happening. Because the more you sit there, I'm telling you, you're going to be like the boy and Get Out. I'm telling you, you're going to think that's your world. You're going to think this is all life has to offer. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. And when you get out, come to Divine Global Healing and get clean. Simple.
Period.
Simple.
Period. That was a nice segue. I like that. That was a nice job. Like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was great.
Like, come on, man. But they trying to flag us today, huh?
It's okay. Yo, that's what I'm like. As you was talking, the joint came on. I'm like, hey, no way. I'm clicking
that's
okay.
Devil, man. That's the devil, man.
It's still like, yeah, you've been flagged, been restricted. I'm like, bro, we even say that.
That's the devil, man. That's the devil, man.
Yeah, but you know, that means that not hopefully, this will reach who it needs to reach.
For sure.
And I hope we get flagged some more.
For sure. Listen, man, you getting flagged, you headed in the right direction.
Exactly.
That's all that means to me. You know what I mean? You getting flagged, you headed in the right direction. But that's the thing. It's time to start taking it to another level. We gotta talk about the things that people don't want to talk about, the things that's gonna ruffle some feathers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about these things because at the end of the day, God don't care. God don't care. God put each and every last one of us here. He's our Father. He don't care. He don't care what it is. He don't care if it's religion. He don't care if it's church. But again, man, there's churches on every corner. I just want to ask y'all, do you think that they love us this much to put churches on every corner just so we can go praise God? Do you think they love us that much? Or is it a business?
It's a business.
Okay, it's a business.
It's definitely a business.
It's a business. That's come on now. You feel what I'm saying? We have to do the work ourselves. It's more than just showing up on a Sunday. It's just a business. At the end of the day, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You're going to tell people. You're going to try to help somebody. You feel what I'm saying? What do you want to do? Because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to what you're doing, man. And I'm telling you, man, Some of these places, they're sucking the energy right up out of you, man. They're sucking the energy right up out of you. Everything that's happening in church is spiritual. It may not be the right type of energy and stuff that they're doing and stuff there. It may not be, but energy is being used through the singing, through the guitar playing, through the healing of hands, laying hands on you and stuff like that. All that stuff is a form of energy happening. Okay? So I don't want to hear people talk about how energy healing is witchcraft. If you said this morning, God, thank you for waking me up, that is a form of energy.
Facts.
Come on.
Hey now.
If your pastor laid hands on you on Sunday, that is a form of energy. Okay? Now, it's about the energy that's being passed to you. Is it positive or is it negative? I can assure you that most of the time it's negative energy. Okay? Because you can tell with people, certain people's spirits didn't change. We talked about this last time. Yes. And these people in church still got a nasty attitude. As soon as we get out of church, you still got a nasty attitude. People in church, you still got a nasty attitude.
All that.
You know what I mean? You sit on that side of the church because you don't bang with that person over here. How are we spiritually in tune with God? I don't understand. With this mindset. How? It doesn't make sense. So you got all these different, and again, we're not supposed or designed to be perfect. But if we're striving to be, it's going to show through our character. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to show through our character. So understand what's happening, man. Understand what's really happening, man. Understand that, again, whatever you think is going to happen. It's all in your head. This is all in your head. It's all here to scare you. Put the phones down. Stop looking at what Trump said. Stop looking at what all these political people say. Stop scaring yourself. Because a lot of things that they saying is going to happen, it's not going to happen. Unless you think it's going to happen. And if you think it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Simple. But my life is good. Is your life good?
Yeah, man, I can't complain.
Okay,
man. You know,
that's
I'm
it.
on my journey, but
yeah.
I can't complain. Like, we here for a reason,
yeah.
And I'm doing the work. You know
right.
what I mean? I'm definitely trying to get to where I need to be, where I want to be.
For sure.
But I'm definitely on a great path.
Absolutely. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all
that matters.
You know?
That's all that matters. But we got a Godana reading today that she wants us to share with you guys, man. And I'm gonna let Dorian get to it, man.
Yeah, this is from Dr. G.
Yeah.
Sponsor of this whole podcast and all of that. So, all right. But basically what she would like us to share is, in this life, all people suffer, no matter how righteous or sinful, how pious, or how much they do not believe. There is not one person in this world who does not have a cross and temptations. However, not every cross leads to eternity. On the terrible, there are three crosses. I think she meant to put on the good side. There are three crosses. In the middle, the cross. Oh, she's talking about the door. There's three crosses on the door from evil. She was going fighting evil. In the middle, the cross is for one of the innocently crucified Savior Christ, which he signed for our freedom. And on the right is a cross from a prudent thief. Oh, this is a story of three. There were three people on the cross: Jesus Christ and two other people, a thief and someone else. It was someone that was innocent and someone who was a thief. So she's basically explaining and breaking this down. On the right of the cross was a prudent thief, in whom he kept a sacred repentance and revealed, and through him the knowledge of God is which he saw. He realized his sinfulness, repented, recognized the Lord and the one crucified next to him, and became the first inhabitant for paradise. The third cross was one of the ungrateful thieves. So I guess it was two thieves, who, although guilty and justifiably condemned, did not accept the cross and resented God. So, my dear friends, in life there can be sufferings that do not serve eternity, but let us not show ourselves to be such martyrs and ungrateful. Everything we have, everything good is in thanks of our holy God. Every good and every perfect gift is from above, from the Father of life. Let us thank him for everything he gives us and use it for the salvation of our souls. Okay. Yeah, so shout out to Godana.
Absolutely, man.
You know, I had to use my translation. You know, people that don't know, like they know I be translating for Ladonna sometimes. You know, but yeah, she definitely she cares. And I don't know, like I do know. Let me not say I don't know. If you ever were to experience Gordana, Dr. G, you'll see like it's literally all love here. It's not Reiki. She's not a witch. It's not none of this weird stuff because people nowadays believe in the bull. I'm gonna say the bullshit, like all the energy and all that. Like you know, we went to the Health Expo. We done seen all the crazy shit. Like no shade to them, but here at Dr. Gordana's, like it's real. It's not fake. And like you gotta realize when the opportunity is presented to you, because like one, it's her mission. It's literally her mission to help save everybody. Like that's why she's in America. I don't know how long she's gonna be in America, but she's here for a reason. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like false fakeness here as far as healing goes. And like you can even go to the doctor. The doctor's just gonna give you prescription, gonna give you drugs to have you keep coming back. But Gordana is if you go through the process, you're gonna be healed. I don't wanna say cured and all that. Like everybody's journey is unique to themselves once they talk and meet Gordana. But the point that I'm trying to make is if you take the chance or if the chance is presented to you, don't fold. Like don't think this is like this is like a once in a lifetime type thing, especially if she split back on you. Let's say she offer you or one of us, because that's also our goal and our mission. It's just to get people in the awareness. Like we're not trying to sell or advertise anything. Like she got the product and all that. Like on these podcasts, we may have one podcast talking about the product and all that and the services, but like it's the real deal here, man.
Yeah, like you said, ain't nobody really trying to sell you anything, man.
We're not.
Because that's not our main goal. You should just want to buy it because, like I said, and like he said before, this is natural products. They do help benefit the body and great products. I think one of the best products in the world, if not the best. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should just want to get it off that alone. And like me, if I'm in watching and tuning in, like if I'm outside of watching and tuning in, I would get the products alone just because we not up here trying to sell it to you every single day. You know what I mean? Like you got companies and certain people, certain content creators that's pushing to get your money and buy this product and stuff like that. Like here, everything's a choice. And that's something that Dr. Gordana says all the time. Everything is a choice. You know what I mean? So this is your choice. You know what I mean? If you want to grab these products, we're telling you that this will help with your body. This will give you more energy. This will make you feel better. You know what I mean? Like, you're tired of being sick. You're tired of being a lot of things. These are the products right here for you. You know what I mean? For all skin types. You know what I'm saying? So there's no excuses, anything like that. This is just a choice. And it's up to you, man. So shout out to Gordana, like he said, man. And I want this to sit with everybody that this is the same world. It's just different mindsets, which are going to create different lives. So again, same world, different mindset equals different life. It's that simple. So with that saying, whatever you think, your life is going to be different. If your life is just about money, you probably going to get some money, but it's going to come with something else. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come with a different lifestyle. Here, it ain't about money with us. It ain't about money. It's about being healthy here. It's about feeling great. It's about protecting our energy because we have, I want to say, great energy. You know what I mean? Nobody here is jealous of anybody here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jealous of Dorian. Dorian is not jealous of me. We're not jealous of Dr. Gordana. You know what I mean? She's not jealous of us. You know what I mean? I want to say we are some honest people. That's what I want to say. That's what I believe. And again, like I said, I thank God for leading me this way. I met great people, and I know throughout this journey I'm gonna continue to meet more great people. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait to meet more people that can relate to everything that we have gone through and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's just gonna be amazing to talk about. It's gonna be amazing to talk about. You know, we're gonna have more people up here on this platform It's not just about me. It's not just about him. But our job is just to continue passing this message and talk with y'all, man. Talk with y'all. We got your back. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't gonna stop. So protect your energy, man. Change your way of thinking. Change your way of thinking. Because I promise you, it's all in your head, man. If you understand what this life truly is, change your way of thinking and watch the change happen for you. 100%, man. Love y'all. Until next time. Peace.
See ya. Have a good day, everyone. Close this out 1 second.